Hey everybody, welcome to Cold Fiction. This is our Comic-Con episode. Comic-Con is right on top of us. Next week, actually, Alex and Eric and I are heading out. Bueller's not going to be with us this year. Hopefully that's different next year, but we'll see. So we're going to spend a little time today talking about Comic-Con. If you're new to Comic-Con, this might be especially useful to you. And we also have some Thunderdome lists from Bueller at the end of the episode. He's going to be the main question asker for this episode. And then also Eric has got some trivia for us. Do you want to start us off then with
Yeah,
Started off with
trivia?
trivia.
Let's do it.
trivia. Um, Addictive chemical.
Addictive chemical.
Yes.
Texting you?
Yes, please.
Huh.
Addictive
right.
chemical.
I'm not going to throw out
Addictive chemical.
guess yet because that's
I,
broad.
I'm going to throw out a guess. It's probably not right, but maybe I'll get lucky. And there you go. Let's see. Da, 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 da.
No on both Alex and Jubal, but I understand where you were going.
Okay.
I'm
All
holding
right.
off on it. I'm holding off on it.
All right, Bueller, take it away.
So I'll go ahead and jump in here as your maestro of this Comic-Con episode as we did last year. Uh, as Jubal said, I have not gone. You fellas have been going to this for how many years now? This is going to be your what year?
Well, 2014 was our first, and then we missed 2 years
There was
because
2 years because it was shut
Because of
down.
COVID.
it was
Yeah.
COVID, which was 2020 and 2021. There wasn't
So this is 9. This will be the ninth then, right?
maybe something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well,
Sounds
no, I
like,
mean
sounds
maybe
like,
even
sounds like
more than
10th.
that.
This would be your 10th.
Yeah, this might be the
It
10th.
was 2014 and it's 2026.
yeah. So yeah, this
Yeah,
will
this
be
is 10th.
yeah. This
So
is
this
our
would
10th
be your
anniversary.
oh my God.
So,
Oh,
and that's 10
Oh
in
my
a
God.
row too. That's 10 in a row. And for anybody who is like tries to get tickets to Comic-Con knows how difficult it is to actually do
yeah.
that.
Which is what I wanted to open with, honestly, was if you're watching this episode right now and you want to go to Comic-Con, it's already too late.
Right.
So that being said, we talked about this last year, but we might as well reiterate it for those of you
Yep.
who are new to the podcast. And again, we're nerds that talk about nerd shit. And if you're watching this, you might be a nerd too. And if you're going to Comic-Con, you're definitely a nerd.
A grown ass nerd.
A grown ass nerd. And if you want to go to Comic-Con, you're also a grown ass nerd or about
That's
to be
right.
a grown
That's
ass
right.
nerd.
Right.
So when do you guys start working on your tickets? Because okay, let me preempt that with the fact that you're already signed up for the email. So if you're listening and haven't signed up for the email, do that immediately. Like
Right.
fucking pause this podcast, sign up for the email.
Like
Right.
like no joke. If you want to go to Comic-Con next year, you need to start this August.
Right.
You need
start
to. You
now.
need to.
Or just now.
Yeah.
Just now.
Or just right
The
now.
best
But
time
like
to start is a year ago. The second best time to start is right now.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Right. Right. So fill out your profile on the site, the Toucan site, and then they'll tell you when you can actually try to get tickets the first time around. Once you've gone to Comic-Con, you get an extra day basically to try to get tickets, right, for returning people. So that makes it a little bit easier. But yeah,
Which was very good because if you remember our pre-registration, we struck all the way out.
right.
All the way out. We
Wait,
got
was that this year? Because I
zero.
remember a couple of years ago, you guys missed out on almost an entire day, right?
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
happened 3 times. Of the 10 times, 3 times we didn't
Well-
get anything in the pre-registration. So
Right. And this one was rough. Like this one, because I don't remember never not getting anything. Like sometimes we'll just pick up a Sunday ticket
mhm,
just so we could get on the pre-register for the next year if we completely miss out. Right. We'll just kind of eat the Sunday ticket cost as like like an extra chance. This time we got nothing, like nothing. And so I was actually concerned going into the second one because that
that
was
our
general
streak
registration.
was about to be over, right?
Yes,
And
this
it
was.
took a
I
little
felt like
while.
this was.
Yeah.
I felt like this was the closest our streak was to ending. Besides that one time where I got to the very end and it kicked me out,
Right.
Mm.
and I had I had like a back and forth with the people of
With
Comic-Con.
customer service, right?
Right,
Right.
right,
Yeah, but you
Took
know what?
like
They were really
7 months
good.
or something.
right.
It was several months because I think they weren't quite understanding, or maybe I wasn't like explaining what happened very well. But here's the thing. Um, I was also nice to them because it's not like their fault necessarily.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Right.
And I felt like because a lot of people had issues that year, right? And I just kind of knew that everybody was writing an email like you, you know, and it's like, dude, that's not going to
Right.
get you anywhere. Like, just
What was that the year
explain.
too? Like what there was that year that we went in, we were in line, and then they just had issues and they had to reschedule.
Yes,
Yeah.
right.
So it's like imagine being a guy
So
who takes your day off and then has
Right.
to sit there and now you got to go again. You do the whole
Right.
thing
right,
over,
right.
you know?
And so I knew they were just going to get flooded with hate, just flooded with hate. And I was just like, well, I mean, I'm going to go a different direction, and I'm just going to be like,
Be a nice guy.
be nice. Like, I understand, like, this is not fun. Like, I know they're not having fun right now.
Right.
So why don't I just explain it to them? And they were very the communication was very good, and but they said ultimately they said there was nothing they could do. And then I was like, and then I kind of sat on that for a couple months, and I thought of like another way to. I was like, I just don't think they understand what happened,
Right.
which was I got to the end of the process, and when I clicked, you know, to put in my name, address, and all that kind of stuff, or like it was to correct. It was like at the end it says, "Do you want to use this name and address, or do you want to use this one?" You know, basically like
Right.
you can
Right.
use it how you typed it in, or you can use it this other default way. And I was like, okay, use the default way. As soon as I clicked that, it just went, you know, and I'm like, oh, dude, this is like the end.
Right.
Like I've typed
Right.
in everything.
Right.
Everything is the end. This is the end. And what was worse was it wasn't like I wasn't going to get like I got in 17 minutes, which if you know this process
That's
is
quick.
hecka quick, like mad
Yeah.
early. So it wasn't like, oh, there was no tickets left or something. No, 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 no. I got in 17 minutes. The thing that worked for me is I took a crap load of screenshots,
Gotcha.
you know,
Right.
and so I explained to them, I was like, it's not that because they were like, oh, there's no tickets left. I'm like I get it, but the thing is there was tickets because I got in 17 minutes,
Yeah.
and I don't know who it got to, but somebody read it and got back to me and was like so sorry about this. I totally get what you're saying. You know, I think they weren't, and then they said, I don't know if they really understood what you were trying to say, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, because I said some pictures and I like circled the time.
Right. Right.
And I was like 17, I was in there in 17 minutes, you know, because here's the other thing. Even though I didn't know it screwed up yet, I take screenshots of the whole process
Right.
because I'm so worried because it kind of happened
Yeah.
before with Jubal.
Yeah.
Jubal got to the end of the process and he was putting in his credit card information and he did, and then it kaputted,
Crashed.
right?
Right.
But then he messaged them and then explained the thing, and they were able to look and see where he was at in the process. And they were like, oh, okay, cool. Here you go.
Right.
And it was cool. But knowing that, I've kind of got to the point where I'm screenshotting every step of the process
It's
now.
all about
Hey,
pre-planning. It's all about
Did your
pre-planning.
OCD work for you?
Yeah.
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 So,
So
yeah,
perseverance
really
and
good,
perseverance
you know?
and politeness
So
are
you're
the
not
are the
realizing
key.
We
how-
really that was the closest we were to not going
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I think they figured that out. I want to say it was like March
Mhm.
by the time we knew we were going.
Yeah, it was
You know?
months. It was months.
Yeah.
It
So
was.
so again, to reiterate, if you were looking at going this year, you're out. But if you want to go next year, start planning like now.
Right.
That's for 2027. To reiterate, if you're watching this
Right.
podcast, I
Right.
don't know when you're watching this podcast. This is for 2027. You need to plan like a year in advance to do this kind of thing. And I want to also ask, because you guys have been doing this for so long, you've been doing it for 12 years, you're going for 10. What was the most amount of people that you had online at the same time trying to get tickets? Because I know you've gone as big groups and small groups.
Right. Well, you can
don't
only
know the
get
number,
three.
really, do you?
You can only get three.
Right, but I know that you were doing like a phone network and
Right.
trying to keep
Oh.
tabs on like who was getting tickets for who. I got
Yeah,
tickets
we
for-
had another group of three. It was like John and Paul and Lucas, I think.
So like
Uh,
6.
Yeah, so it was like 6 of us, but you can only buy 3 tickets at
Okay.
a time. Like you can't
Right,
buy any
but-
more than
And those
that.
are daily tickets?
Those are, well, no, any tickets. Like if you
You
when
can only buy
are
tickets for 2 other people if you get in.
exactly.
But what I'm saying is like, okay, so let's say I get in,
Right.
right? Can I only buy 3 tickets for Thursday before I have to start over?
No. You
Okay.
can buy you can
So you can buy the
buy
whole week.
you could buy as many tickets as you want. It's a per person thing. Per
Okay.
person.
You can only buy
So-
tickets for 3 people, but you can buy
Right,
tickets for
so-
all the days for 3 people.
Okay.
So
okay.
what happens is while you're into the process, it'll tell you like Saturdays, the inventory on Saturdays growing low,
Right.
or the Saturdays sold out, Fridays growing low. That's why I was saying when I got in 17 minutes, everything was available.
Right. Preview
Everything
night.
was available.
Right,
Tuesday
everything.
night goes
And-
out first, and then
Yeah, Saturday
then you
always
know
goes out
Saturday is
first,
gonna
then
be
Friday, Thursday, and then Sunday. And that's why we say Sunday we might stay in and just get a Sunday ticket just to get into the next thing, you know. But
Next
so
year,
if I
yeah.
get in and I'm trying to get tickets for them, I can whatever days are available, I can get all the days available for 3 people.
Right.
And so to answer your question, how many people we've had on at one time, you know, life happens. So it's never really been more than 3 people.
Okay. Okay.
You know, sometimes it's like it'll be me, Jubal, and Alex. Sometimes it'll be like me, Jubal, and my son, or me, Alex, and my son. Before it was like it would be like me, Jubal, Paul, you know, and then like Paul's trying to get for his 3 people, and then we're trying to get for our 3 people, type thing.
Right.
So basically, if you want to go to Comic-Con, it's best to have 2 friends
Yes.
that want to go with you, and
Absolutely.
all
or
3
just
of
2
you.
dummy accounts.
Yeah. Right. And
Yeah.
try to get tickets for the 3 of you.
Absolutely. So that
Right.
that kind of reiterates the difficulty of like you can't go like now.
Right.
Right.
But once you get there, let's talk about the whole like hotel situation where you
Okay,
stay. What do
before
you do?
that, let me
Oh,
do
we got
one more clue.
A clue. All right.
Clue.
Okay. Poet,
So we've got addictive, chemical,
chemical.
and
Poet.
poet.
All right. I've got to guess. So my question was, once you get down there, like, okay, once you have your tickets booked, not once you get down there, once you have your tickets booked, how soon should you start looking at a place to stay? I know you guys stay at Annette's a lot of the time. She's a
Mhm.
friend of the podcast. She's a friend of ours from high school. She lives down there, which makes it very easy, but that's not always the case for you guys. If you're looking at Airbnbs, you're looking at hotels, you're looking at motels, whatever you're looking at, should this be an immediate thing, or are you looking at 9 months
It would
out?
probably
Here's the problem, because we did that once, where it's like Eric booked, an Airbnb like a year in advance,
Right.
right?
Mm.
But then come Comic-Con time, suddenly they can't
Right.
contact you,
Right,
try
because
to contact
they
that. That's
forgot.
like-
Oh
Yeah.
God, it was this
Because-
weekend. Oh, we have to cancel your
yeah,
booking.
Exactly. Exactly.
So if you book it in advance, and then the Comic-Con time comes around, then they realize, oh, this guy who booked a year ago wants to book during Comic-Con. Ghost you.
Right.
Because
that's
Right.
exactly what happened to me.
Yeah.
That's
And-
exactly what happened
and-
to me.
Kind of rightly so, because the rental costs are 3 and 4 times what they normally would be in the area at that time. So if you think you're going to get one over on somebody, you're not going to get one over on somebody.
Yeah. So, but I think that might work for like a hotel or a motel, but it's not going to work for Airbnb.
Maybe like a chain
And
hotel
hotels
or
don't even
something.
normally do that. And
Yeah.
hotels normally will not do it a year in advance.
Right.
So like say we were just like really confident that we were going to get in again, and we got home from Comic-Con and we're like, let's just book a hotel for next year, because they're already going to know the dates for next year's Comic-Con by the end of this Comic-Con, right? Almost no hotel in the area will allow you to do it,
Right.
because they know
They know.
where their bread is buttered. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them go into like a kind of like a lottery, I think, which we've never been a part of. So I don't want to talk too much about it, but there is a hotel thing, to stay at the Marriott or to stay at like I don't know if it's a Hilton down there, whatever. There is quite a process. I have a friend who is a pretty uh notable cosplayer, and he stays at the hotels and he gets involved in all that kind of stuff.
That's the guy who does
And
Morpheus from
yes,
Yeah.
he's the
Okay.
one that does Morpheus. Yeah. And he says that is an ordeal.
Right.
The whole
It's the
thing.
same. It's the same as getting tickets. It's like you have this
Yeah.
limited supply, right?
Right.
So the reality
So-
is,
You probably, I mean, we stayed in a hotel, but you probably want to stay even outside of San Diego.
right.
Just
Right.
like
So
outside,
my
you know?
first hotel. So the first year I booked a hotel in Del Mar, which is about 15 miles outside of San Diego, which is where you're going to have to get to before you start getting anything close to a good deal. By the way,
Right.
Yeah.
you're going to have to get 15, 20 miles outside of San Diego before you start seeing hotel prices be normal prices, right? And then, of course, I booked a place that was clearly using B-roll for their hotel rooms. They were not actually taking pictures of their hotel rooms.
I've done that.
They are using B-roll
Yeah.
and being like, this is what our 2-queen bed room looks like, and then you get
That's
there and
not
you're
what
like,
it looked like. Yeah.
that's not what it looks like.
I'm
at
pretty
all.
sure the room that I walked into, there was like a cigarette burning in the ashtray
So
when I walked in the room.
let me
Yeah, I
pause that.
remember when
Just, pause that
Right.
just for a second, because I actually stayed at a hotel down in San Diego that was using Holiday Inn Express pictures for their rooms.
Right,
And we
right.
actually had to cancel our reservation and move on. But
Right.
before you get too deep into that, I wanted to ask, I'm assuming the best experience you had is at Annette's house, but
Yes.
what is the worst hotel experience without spending too
That
much
was
time?
the first
That was
one.
it. That was
first
it.
one. Yeah.
Because
That
here's
was
the thing. I would say we have been insanely lucky
Right.
to have friends that are willing to put us up. We have stayed at a hotel exactly one time
Right.
in the 10 years now that we've gone. After the year, for the 2 years after we stayed at the hotel, John had a friend who they were also teachers, and they were a married couple who were teachers, right? And so they used their summer vacation to go literally vacation
Right.
because they were they
So
both had the same time off.
we would basically house sit for them for a week, right?
Yeah.
Like we just stayed in
So
their
we did
house
that
while they
for
were
2
gone.
years. And then after that, John wasn't able to go with us anymore. So it was kind of like, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna really ask John's friend
Yeah.
to go.
Yeah.
And then just by happenstance, I was talking to Annette, and she was like, "Stay at my house," and I was like, "For real?"
Okay.
And then,
All right.
And then she was like,
real
"Yeah?"
close to the venue too. She's
Yeah.
only a few,
Right.
like 10, 15 minutes away.
Yeah.
You know?
Like
So-
she's literally
Bonus.
like from door to door. If I were to drive, it would and the time of day, it is 15 minutes, like in San Diego traffic and everything.
Well, I'm glad,
It's
I'm
15
glad you
minutes
brought
from-
that up, because that leads into the next thing about getting to the event from wherever you're staying. Because last time we talked to Annette, she brought up the trams and said those were a great way
They
to do
are.
it.
They are. So
right.
yeah,
Yeah,
the trams.
Perfect.
Yeah, just to reiterate, like, let's talk about transportation a little bit.
So the trams are, I would say, if there's any way that you can make it work, if you're going to go to Comic-Con, take advantage of the trams, because the municipal transit system in San Diego literally drops you off at the venue. Like the doors open and you walk out of the doors of the tram and into the front doors of the venue. So you don't have to like park and walk half a mile like we did for 5 years, or even longer than that. Like we parked like 3/4 of a mile away, like idiots,
At least.
you know.
At least. It was at least a mile
Right.
in some cases. Yeah.
There are a lot of places in San Diego that you can get parking right next to the tram. Just jump on the tram. It's like $2, $2.50 to take a ride on the tram. It's
And
nothing.
you got cosplayers and stuff on the
Yeah,
tram.
and everybody's going to Comic-Con, so you're like, everybody's singing the Spider-Man theme as you're like, going through the train. It's great. Like it's totally awesome. And it's just and it costs less money too, because there's actually places you can park for free and jump on the tram. So use the tram. Use the tram,
And if
people.
you want paper parking, it's going to be like $40 a day at least.
At least.
Yeah.
And you're going
And
to
I would
park like
say,
half a
so
mile
that's
away
another
at
thing.
least.
Not only is it going to be $40 a day, but we have on several occasions bumped into places where like we bought parking online and they were never supposed to sell us the parking online,
Right.
Oh, Jesus.
or it's just just a
Yeah.
CF, you know what I
So
mean?
then you have to get
And-
last minute parking, which is like
Yes.
twice as much.
even more. And then I had to go through the whole process of them reimbursing me, you know, and stuff like that. It's just a hassle. You know, it could be done. Obviously, we did it. We've done it a lot, but we didn't have, knock on wood, we didn't have any issue with the tram. And I would say, you know, with parking, you're gonna have had at least one issue every year with something.
Right. Just use
And
the
on
tram.
And
On the
even if
parking
it's
note-
just price, even if it's just
Right.
$40 a day, I mean,
Right.
And that's insane. That's insane. $160 for the weekend,
Mm.
$200 for the weekend. That's crazy.
And then a couple times we were at a place that, you know, they valet your parking to the place. So of course I'm going to tip them. So it's
Right.
even more. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
mhm.
If you go
So-
back to last year's podcast on the Comic-Con with Annette, I do recall her bringing up a shopping center that had free parking.
Mhm.
I can't
Yes.
remember off the top of my head. I'm not going to try to remember the name of it. I'll butcher
No,
it.
there's
That's
several.
cool. I don't want to tell anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't, because you'll take
and
our
here's the thing,
spot.
too.
You'll take
We
our
don't want
spot.
to tell anybody, but
Yeah.
if you go and look at that older podcast, you'll
Right.
find it.
Exactly.
Easter egg.
Exactly.
So, you know, do that. Go watch that one.
You can get
But
the
yes, it
map,
worked out perfect.
the tram for San Diego. You can get the map online. You can see all the different stops, and you can look at the map of the city, and you can see where there's places to park.
Perfect.
Right.
It's you know,
Find
you just
a
have
place for breakfast near the tram.
that's right. You just have to do you have to do a little bit of work and planning, but that's if you're going to go to Comic-Con, you have to be ready to do
You
that.
have to plan. I mean, we went over that in the last podcast too, and I
Right.
don't want to go too far over our time limit here. But before we get into the next section, let's go with another clue, Eric.
So wait, we've got addictive chemical,
Yes.
poet,
Yes. Sputnik.
Oh, God damn it. I think I have it. If that's not it, then I'll keep moving on.
Sputnik. Wow. I'm lost. Yeah, poet and Sputnik. I don't.
So, okay. So now we've taken the tram to Comic-Con. We're getting off the tram. Before we get into Comic-Con, as Annette brought up last year, there are a bajillion things to do that
There
are
are.
outside of Comic-Con
Yes.
that don't cost any money. You can
Free,
still enjoy
completely
it.
free.
Totally free.
So
And
if you
can
like,
get free shit there.
you can like if you. The truth is, if you were to get tickets for say Thursday and Friday, but for Saturday is sold out. Like you could still go down to the venue on Saturday and have a full day of stuff to do,
Easy.
just from the stuff that's going on around the event, and it's all the way around the event. Like it's crazy. It's like a carnival. So
Go got it.
yeah.
I got it. I don't know how I don't know how I fucked up that last guess. That was really dumb of me. Like that was dumb. That was really dumb.
Yeah, I'm props to you, man. I have no idea. Sputnik, poet, addictive chemical.
Anyway, outside of Comic-Con, there's a bajillion things to do that are free. You can get free shit. You said you can walk around all day and never go inside, right?
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, again, Annette does it. She normally does it.
Saturdays. She goes up
Yeah,
there.
she normally
Saturday.
does it Saturdays and even sometimes Sundays. But if she's not working or she has another friend in town or something, she'll do it the other days. But Saturdays normally, yeah, she'll just spend the whole day. Hell, we'll get back on Saturday before her.
Yeah, she's
And
she's
she's
coming in
just out
after
there.
us. Yeah, yeah. There's
I
a
mean,
lot to do.
Yeah, she talked last year about some of the stuff that she got on a Saturday that was just like really cool come ups.
Mhm.
Oh, dude.
Not to mention all the booths that are out there, just like serving food and mocktails and cocktails.
There's
and all
probably
kinds of other stuff.
more. There's probably more collectible stuff on giveaway outside the venue than inside.
Really?
It could be. I
Yeah.
just I just don't know how much I don't spend that much time out there. I would say maybe more substantial, stuff, because like inside they'll give you some free stuff, but it's going to be like a sticker. It's going to be a
Yeah,
pin,
it'll be like a
maybe
figure
pin,
or a pin or like,
Right.
something like
something
that.
like that.
They're all
But
inside. They're
But
paying,
outside they're probably giving out T-shirts,
yeah.
Right.
But inside they're
stuff like
paying
that.
the premium to be there, so they got to make that money back somehow.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Exactly. And if you're outside, you're trying to draw people to your thing, so you want to give them more, right?
Yeah.
So let's just say, okay, so you've gone through the motions, you've gone down there, you've gotten your place to stay, you've gotten up early in the morning, you've gotten on the tram, you've gotten on Muni, you want to roll to the venue, you spend a little bit of time outside seeing what booths are set up, what art's set up, what kind of free shit you can get and put in your bag and carry around for the rest of the day. You finally get inside the venue. You scan your tickets, you're in, you got cosplayers walking all around you. It's shoulder to shoulder. There's so many people because it is the largest Comic-Con in the entire United States, correct?
Oh yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
That or New York Comic Con, one of the two.
So
Same.
then you gotta take a shit. Alex, what do you do?
Yeah, I was gonna go get to that because it's one of those topics that you don't think is really important, but I promise you it will be important as you go, right? Because you can imagine when you have so many people at one venue and you got to take a dump, it's a pretty miserable experience.
I mean,
Right.
plus you've had breakfast at this point, coffee and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've
Yeah.
ate some exotic shit the night before because you're in a new
Right.
town.
Yeah. It's
Right.
like, yeah. So
You went to
in fact-
Benihana's. You caught the shrimp.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna have to go in there and get in line behind like 3 people with a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle costume, and they gotta
Right.
spend time taking that off and everything, and you
Ugh.
gotta take a dump. But the best thing to do is if you have a little time, just go outside the venue and take a little stroll. If you don't walk outside the front of the venue, take a little stroll to your left. The Marriott Hotel is over there, and it's like not only is there a bunch of stuff to do at the Marriott Hotel, but if you go spend a little bit of time and just walk a little bit away, you'll come to some bathrooms that are just never very crowded and always really clean. Like it feels
Dude.
like every time I go in there, there's a clean person coming out of it,
Right.
right?
And here's a pro tip. Just in case if there's people in the ground floor bathrooms, just jump in the elevator, go up to like 3 or 4, right? And look for the closest bathroom up there. There's nobody. It's completely clean.
Oh wait,
It's
they
like
don't have key card
padded.
access per floor.
No, you can go upstairs and you can use the bathrooms upstairs.
They will this year. You're correct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're gonna lock
Yeah.
it down after this comes out.
After our tens of thousands of views.
No, seriously, because the bathrooms at the event are bus station bathrooms. Like they are
Yeah.
slip and slides after about 10
Right.
a.m. Right?
It's not because they don't send people in to clean them. It's just there's so
You
much
do.
traffic.
That's what I was going to
Yeah.
say. They send people in to clean them.
No, there's
But
always
there's
a dude in there.
150,000 people in
Exactly.
the venue.
Every
Yeah.
time I go into one of those bathrooms, there's a guy in there changing out the paper towels or something,
Right.
right? But it's
Yeah.
just it's like trying
It doesn't
to
matter. It doesn't matter.
yeah, it
It's
doesn't
like-
matter. There's just too much.
it's like
What's
you're
the
building
thing? You're
train
trying to hurt
tracks in front of
cats?
a
It's like
movie
trying to
theater.
hurt
Yeah, trying to
cats.
hurt cats.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
trying to stop a faucet with a paper towel.
Right. You're in a bathroom where there are constantly 20 people pissing.
Right.
You
Yeah.
cannot keep it clean. You just can't. And can I just say this? Can I just say this? Like the whole open urinal situation.
The trough.
It's like not a trough, but it's like urinals with you don't have the little like
There's
the
no
little
divider between them.
politeness wall between you
Right.
and the person next to you. It's just a row of urinals, and it's like so. It's gnarly. It's gnarly. It's gnarly.
Yeah.
If you got to go, you got to go. That's how it is. But if you're anywhere near the Marriott, do yourself
Yeah.
a favor.
If
Yeah.
you can spend like the 5 or 10 minutes like relocating, do it.
Do it.
Because
Yeah.
not only are you gonna have a much better experience, but there's tons of things to do in the Marriott Hotel.
Yeah.
You
True.
know?
Because you said they're kind of part of the venue, kind of.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
There's panels.
There's
panels in
They're
there.
all- they
That
have their
Jubal
own
goes
panels.
to.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They
Yeah.
show movies in a movie theater.
Yep.
It's not a huge movie
What's
theater.
the
but
other
Uh,
hotel that you go to, Jubal, that you watch a lot of
they
panels
have
at?
pinball there too.
Yeah, pinball.
Wow.
There's 2 hotels. One is the Marriott, one is the Hilton that are both like right there next to the venue. And they both have panels in them. Like
Yeah.
if you look at the program, you'll see down at the bottom, it'll tell you which panels are in the hotels. So it's worth going and checking out those hotels. The pinball room that Alex is talking about, it's like a whole game room. Like it's huge, and it's full of pinball machines. And you just play them all you want.
Yeah, it's free. You don't have to put anything in, and they have
no
everything
shit.
there. I mean, they have
Yeah,
games.
That's awesome.
Yeah, just
Okay.
So you get an hour to kill,
they
go play
have
some
game
pinball.
rooms of like people
Love
play,
that.
all sorts of collectible games. Like you're into Magic the Gathering or any other kind of deck building games. There's all sorts of stuff in there. They're showing off new games. It's just like there's stuff to do. There's stuff to do everywhere.
Right.
It's like it's amazing how far away you can be from the venue and still be participating at Comic-Con.
Yeah, which goes back to
100%.
what we were saying. Like you don't have to go into Comic-Con to enjoy Comic-Con because there's so many
Right.
things happening around
Right.
the venue. And if we can just touch base back on the bathroom attendants, like fucking be nice. If you're watching
Yeah.
this, be nice. Those fucking people hate their lives.
Yeah.
That's a hard job,
Like,
dude. That's a
it is.
hard job.
And that's why I was saying, make no mistake, they're trying to clean it. It's not like it's not like
dude.
it gets it's not like they cleaned it during the day and they're just like, well, hey, Sarah, whatever will be will be.
Yeah.
No, they're in there all the time. It's just that there's 1,000 people like every hour taking a dump in all of these things all the time, or peeing or whatever. There's 150,000 people in that building.
Right.
You
We
know,
could probably do an entire episode on how to like properly fucking get your hygiene before going to this, but we're not gonna do that. Just don't be a dick, man, and don't
be a
on the
dick.
floor.
Don't be a
piss
dick.
on the floor.
Yeah.
Seriously. All right. So once you're in the venue, we're going to assume here, we're going to reiterate this, but like have a plan kind of mapped out to what you want to do. But also at the same time, there are so many hidden gems inside Comic-Con, and there are so many ways around Comic-Con. And Jubal knows so many shortcuts that he's going to share with us right now. So let's get into that.
oh,
So-
let's do one more.
Okay,
clue.
let's do the last clue. Do the last clue. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I already got it, so I don't need one.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not even thinking about this easy one anymore.
Addictive chemical.
I've got two more.
Poet,
I've got two more.
Sputnik.
Okay. Addictive chemical, poet, Sputnik, haggis.
Okay. So yeah, okay. I know what it is.
I think I know what your fifth clue might be. And I think I might go with your second clue, if I'm not crazy.
Why don't you send me what you think my last clue is gonna be?
I can do that. But then I want Jubal to get into.
I should have guessed that last time. I should have known that.
Jubal got it.
I got it. Okay. I should have
I
known.
feel like I should know.
Yeah,
No,
so
it's
Alex,
not.
you want the last clue?
Sure.
Not only did Joe get it, he got what my last clue is gonna be. Okay? Woman. Woman.
Woman. Whoa, man.
Whoa, man.
No, I got the clue. But no, it's not ringing a bell.
Harriet.
I like all
Harry.
three of us.
Harry at
Hard-hearted harbinger haggis.
She's got a head like Sputnik.
Oh,
Goes to
wait,
sleep with that on a huge pillow.
What are you doing, Italian boy?
okay. Oh, so I made an X-Men.
Now.
Hey,
Hey.
all right, there we go.
Pillow.
There we go.
No.
So addictive chemical is it's because he puts an addictive chemical that makes you crave his
Crave it
chicken
fortnightly.
fortnightly.
Yes, smart ass.
Smart ass. Poet,
Right.
Obvious. Yeah.
Doom.
haggis, and then woman.
Yeah.
I
I've
mean,
actually been wanting to go back and watch that movie because I don't
it's
think I've
great.
seen it.
I
don't think I've
haven't seen it in a
like
long
10,
time.
12 years.
I haven't seen that movie in a
It's
long
been
time.
At least 10 years.
It's
Yeah.
been 20
I
for
think
me,
it's-
but I
I
fucking
think-
love it.
I think it's Mike Myers' most underrated film.
Agreed.
Because when everybody talks about Mike Myers, of course you're going to talk about Shrek,
Shrek.
and Austin Powers,
Sure.
of course, and then Wayne's World,
Mhm.
right? But this is
Yeah. So I Married an Ex-Murderer is a classic. It is a
Yes.
classic comedy. It's great. It's great.
Right.
for all ages. All right, so real quick then, last thing before we get to our Thunderdomes. This is some advanced information on Comic-Con.
I
When
got
you
one
are
more thing before the Thunderdome. So let's
okay,
let's
okay.
hit that. Let's hit your shortcuts real quick.
When you are, I'm just going to throw one out. When you are planning, it's the most important one. When you're planning your walk around, you know you're not going to know the venue real well. The most important thing to keep in mind is that in the back of the floor, in the back of the sales floor, there are stairs up to the mezzanine. And then if you go up the stairs from the mezzanine, you are at the sales pavilion, right? That's going to save you from having to walk all the way out through the floor and then all the way around the front and then up the stairs, right? You just go up the stairs in the back, boom, boom, and you're there. So if you want to get to like ballroom 20 or any of the rooms on the other side of the venue, remember the mezzanine. The mezzanine. That is super important.
If you like board games and stuff, the mezzanine is where it's at.
Yep. Yeah, there's always board games going on. There's new board games happening up there. Like all kinds of developers have
Yeah,
new stuff there.
there's like trial ones happening.
Yeah,
up there.
you can play them or you can watch people playing them, and it's stuff that's not even out yet.
And they're
They'll
doing
give
stuff
you
like I saw they're doing like speed painting. Like
Yep.
they're showing off speed painters for anybody who's painting miniatures for their
right.
things and
Yeah,
stuff.
Alex is an incredibly talented miniature painter. Last Comic-Con we went to, they give you a miniature, they give you paints. You can literally paint a miniature there at the con. I didn't even know that was there. That's
And
so
that was
cool.
really cool because it was like with a professional miniature painter that's giving
Right.
you like pro tips essentially.
Right.
And you
Right.
don't get a lot of opportunities to do that anywhere else.
That's kind of the fun thing about
Right.
that I wanted to bring up was like, check out the roads less traveled because you're going to
Right.
find a lot of hidden gems at the Comic-Con if you kind of venture off from the beaten path. I think you guys talked about like a ship, like a full-size ship that was
And I
built.
still didn't go to it.
The pirate ship, yeah.
The
Yeah,
pirate ship.
there's a pirate ship off the
There's-
back. Yeah.
Yeah, so you got to go off the beaten path. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, if it's your first time, you're going to be absolutely overwhelmed. You're going to want to do certain things. You're going to want to go to what is it, room 4 or whatever. You're going to want to do all this shit. But like realistically, there are so many things to see that are not part of the main area that are just as exciting and just as intriguing, and you'll be blown away by all of that, which includes getting to the next point is the panels, which is why a lot of people go to Comic-Con is to see these panels. And I just want to bring up an honorable mention. I haven't ever gone with you guys. I couldn't make it the first couple of years, and it kind of turned into a thing where I just wasn't going to go, which I'm totally cool with. I don't like crowds anyway. But man, this year I am really disappointed that I didn't jump on the wagon because my favorite new obsession is going to be a huge part of Comic-Con. When you guys see dudes and chicks alike walking around in heart-covered boxers, just know that's Dungeon Crawler Carl. That's the cosplay. You're going to see a lot of variations on it. They might be barefoot. They might be wearing pink Crocs. But if you see heart-shaped, like white boxers with heart shapes on them, that's Dungeon Crawler Carl. Matt Dinneman, the author, is going to be doing autographs on the 23rd. He's also going to be part of a panel, I believe, on Saturday. And Playmates is releasing an exclusive Dungeon Crawler Carl collectible set at Comic-Con. They're going to release the full set in stores later on, but there is a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive one that I'm really hoping one of you guys can get a hold of for me.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting. All
So
right.
like I think this is the first year that I'm kind of brokenhearted that I'm not going with you guys because of the panels. Because I would love to be a part of that.
It just means next year, man. Next year you got to get on. Get on.
Yeah,
board,
I'll tell you
train.
this. I'll tell you this. What he mentions about crowds, if that's a thing, I tell you, man, the first time I went, I was not feeling it.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I'm not a big crowd person. I'm not a big crowd person.
Right.
And I got there, and I think I mentioned before, I went there with like a list of exclusive I wanted to get, and I was like bummed because I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to get it with all these, with these people. And I was like, I'm never coming back here again. This is not what I thought it was going to be. There's a trillion people here. But then I stopped going to try to get exclusives. Like literally, like maybe the next year, I was like, I'm going for panels.
Right.
Just panels, And if I get an exclusive here or there, cool. But I'm going for panels. And that's what, I've already taken a look. My son and I are going to go to the Ghost panel again for probably the 4th year in a row. They're going to be doing a Ghost panel with side by side with Eternally Yours, which is the new show about the vampires. So they're going to be doing that. We're going to try to get into
Is it the
Reacher.
Ghost TV show?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we've been going like every year that they've had a panel, we've gone.
Oh, that's cool.
And then this year they're going to be doing a panel. They're going to be splitting their time with that show Eternally Yours. The I don't know if it's a spin-off, but it's it's a vampire thing. So we'll check that out. Reacher's going to have a panel in Ballroom 20, and Reacher's going to be there.
Right.
Ooh.
So that would be a cool one to get into. I told Jubal, and this is my ability. This is my opportunity to tell Alex. I said, dude, I know you don't care about autographs like at all, but they're doing a 40th anniversary autograph signing for Aliens, and Vasquez is going to be there, and Michael Biehn is going to be there.
No way.
Yes.
I'd go just for Vasquez.
Maybe a poster or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm like, I know you don't care about it.
I generally don't give a shit about autographs, but
Yeah,
Dude, I would go.
tell you about this
I'm
one.
never going to give a shit about autographs.
Right.
Exactly. That's exactly how I felt. I was like, I know you don't care, but if you were ever gonna care,
right,
this might be it.
Aliens would be it. Yeah, that would be it.
So
I would just want to go and wait in line just so I could thank them.
right.
Just say thanks, guys. Honestly.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys happen to be there on the 23rd, and Jubal, if you want to get that DCC copy I got for you signed.
Yeah, dude, for sure. 100%. The thing is, it's your con, right? You do it your way. There are people who want to wait in line for Hall H all day long and go in there.
Jam. Do it.
If that's your jam, do it.
Hall H, not room 4. Yeah, thank you.
Hall H.
There's room 4, but yes.
Yeah,
but yeah.
There's people who want autographs.
That's
That's all
where
they
the
care
weird
about.
sex happens.
So they're gonna be in the sales pavilion, like waiting. You can be in line waiting for Comic-Con exclusive merchandise all day, every day, from all kinds of vendors. If that's what you want to do with your con, then that's what you do, right? But I'm with Eric. I'm there for the panels. Like there are little panels, there are little things that happen all over the place. And you can like Alex is like walking down the hallway, going to a panel. This long hallway, he's walking long hallway. And then he realizes the whole time he's been walking next to who? Stan Lee.
Are you fucking kidding me?
He walked like 150 yards. Yeah, he walked like 150 yards just strolling right next to Stan Lee, right? I was walking, this was like 2 years ago, I was walking to a panel that had some of my favorite authors in it, and there's a goofy looking guy with like a goofy looking hat, and he's walking and he's got a copy of Dune. And I was like, oh, nice, dude, you got Dune? He's like, yeah, it's one of my favorite books. I'm like, nice. I'm glad to see it's still out there, like old school. Talked to him for like 5 minutes, and he takes a right, goes down a hallway. I go inside the panel. It was Andy Weir.
Shut the fuck up.
I just talked about Dune with Andy Weir for just 5 minutes, walking down the path, going to the panel. So that kind of stuff happens all over the place. It's just a cool place, but do it your way, man. Whatever floats your boat.
So bottom line is, if you take nothing away from this podcast, first off, start planning for next year right now. Get friends to help you as well. Mm-hmm. Have a plan. Look at the program. Have a plan. Okay. Take a shit at the Marriott.
And remember the mezzanine. Remember the
shortcuts. Go back to the previous podcast because there's more shortcuts in that podcast as well. Remember the mezzanine. Plan your panels accordingly. You need to plan your panels accordingly. And take advantage of all the free shit outside. If you got free time and you want some fresh air, go outside, check out the free shit, and take advantage of that as well.
And eat at Hodad's.
Eat at Hodad's. Bro, best cheeseburger on planet Earth.
Yeah. And just like one note I'll say on panels, because like one of the big things that I always get asked, when I tell people I go to Comic-Con, it's like, what's your favorite comic book? Who's your favorite comic book character? But it's like, I would say 95% of what I do at Comic-Con has nothing to do with comic book at this point. The panel, you'll find so many like random panels that you never even think, would be a thing, but it's like when Jubal and I went to a panel, it was just all stuntmen. And
Right.
stuntwomen. They were like talking about the industry, you know. Last year I went and I saw this guy who's an executive producer, and he ended up being an executive producer on like some of my favorite movies, like The Thing. What was it? The Thing, Jubal's favorite movie, Real Genius. You know, it's like, so he has all Empire Strikes Back. You know, so he has all these like behind the scenes stories and pictures and footage and stuff that you've never seen before, and it's just like, but when you look at the panel, it just says like, oh, you know, come and talk to, I forget his name, executive producer on some of your favorite movies. Okay, whatever. And it's like, no, he's really a guy who did producing on some of my favorite movies ever.
Right.
You know? And so it's just like, there's so much stuff you're going to find to do that has nothing to do with what you think you're going for.
Right.
Yeah.
One last thing, and Alex and Eric are both going to jump in and nod their heads on this. When you are planning your day and you're looking at the panels that you want to go to, your first impulse is going to be to use the app. Use the program, the actual physical program.
So much easier.
Because it shows the time and you can compare and you can see where everything is. You can't do that on the app. So get the physical program the first day.
Does that cost money? The physical
No, that's free. You
get
get it.
Then
they give you a program and they give you like a loot bag for free.
Yeah.
Right.
Get
So
the program, kids. Come on.
Use the program for planning out what panels you want to see the next day, because you can compare all the times.
And use the tram. I don't know if I said that in the
use the tram
rundown. Yeah, use the tram.
That's it. All right, so that concludes the Comic-Con portion of our broadcast. Now we're going to do some Thunderdomes. Am I right?
Yeah, I got some Thunderdomes.
If we're gonna do Thunderdomes, I think we should run through them because this is a long.
Do you want to wait and do Thunderdomes next time?
We started after 7 o'clock. It's just barely 8 o'clock. I think we're okay here.
Let's do it.
I'll make decisive decisions.
I like it.
So just boom, this one.
We're going speed. He wants to do speed domes.
We're
gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Okay. Damn it. Damn you all to hell. Give me my Thunderdome.
Wow. Wow.
Hold up.
Wow.
I had it listed.
Thought you were so professional.
I didn't realize we were going to end it that abruptly, man. Okay. We're not doing it tonight.
Okay, we're going to do Thunderdomes next time.
This is such bullshit. No, dude, this is garbage. Bring up my Thunderdome list.
It's all good. We've had a full episode. We don't want to get too greedy with people's time. Next time, we're going to be talking about Widow's Bay, which is a show on Apple that you may or may not have heard of.
Next time they see us, we're going to be talking about how Comic-Con went.
Actually, that's true. We're going to be talking about some costumes and some things we saw at Comic-Con. The week after that, we'll do Widow's Bay and some
Sounds good.
Thunderdomes.
That's fair. I got 3 episodes left on Widow's Bay. Dude, I had such good lists for tonight, Stu.
That's all good. We will
real
get
quick,
to them.
did anybody watch the episode 4 of
I have not
97?
Yet. I have not, but we'll talk about it on the road.
Yes, not 5 though.
Yeah. 4 Ruckus, right, Bueller?
Yeah. We'll talk about it on the road.
Oh, that was a great time.
Okay.
Great time.
Peace.
All right. Thanks for joining us. Take care, everybody. See you later.